For and then you ben quine papi. So we are making palm nut soup today, and I am super excited about this recipe. It is one of my favorite meals to make, even though the process is a little bit hectic. But trust me, abenquine is one of the most beautiful soups you can ever make. So to start our soup, you are going to wash your palm nuts. Now try as much as possible to wash your palm nuts very well. In fact, cultivate the habit of washing your food stuff or your ingredients very well, because that makes your food very neat and is healthy. Now, once you've washed this, try and drain it for about 5 times. I washed mine 5 times. So when I wash it once, I drain. Wash it the second time, drain 5 times. Now transfer this into a saucepan, and palm nut goes very well with quinoa suswa or abedru. So this is turkey berries. So you're going to go in and add your turkey berries to your palm nut. Then you add in some water and then cook your palm nut till it is soft or tender. Just so you know, the palm nut seeds or the palm nut is called palm kennel. So here we are doing some learning over here. Now here's a simple trick to know if your palm nut is ready. You can just remove one and then try chewing it. If you're able to chew it and it's soft in your mouth, then you know it's ready. So you can now remove it and then pound it. Now you're going to pound your palm nut just like this to get a very rough texture. Make sure you grind or pound everything for it to be very rough. Grind everything completely, just like I'm doing. Now once you get this texture, you know your palm nut is ready. Now transfer this into a bowl and then add in some hot water. Let it sit for a while. Then you can now combine this thing very well. You're trying to combine it so that the juice will combine with the water that you added. Do you get it? Now, palm nut soup requires a lot of water when making it, and it requires a lot of patience, because you're going to sieve this for about 2 or 3 times to get the extras from it. Now, you're going to add in your second set of water and then continue combining or mixing this completely. Now, make sure you squeeze all the palm extracts out of this and get it as dry as possible, just like this. Do you get it? Now let's start our sieving. The sieving is going to take 2 steps or 2 sections. Now the first section or the first step is to do your first sieving. Now this is our first sieving. You're going to sieve your palm extra from this, get all the juice out of this, just like this. Do you get it? Yeah, palm oil takes a lot of time. So if you don't want all this or go through all this process, my dears, just go and buy your inkulenu. Now add in some water, because you know there's more juice in this, and just continue squeezing the juice or the palm extract out of this. Guys, but let me tell you this, making palm nut soup from scratch with the palm kernel is actually the best, because you get the natural local taste, okay? But if you don't want to suffer, my dears, just use your inkuleno, okay? Let's continue this video. Now you're going to do your second sieving, because you don't want any chaffs to be left in this palm extract. So continue to sieve this the second time, just like I'm doing. Make sure you get all the chaffs out of this. You can sieve it for the third time. That is if you feel it's not enough for you. But if you get the chaffs out of it like this and it is enough for you, you can just go in and continue your soup. Now it is enough for me, so I'm going to separate my palm extract and start making my soup. Now for my soup base, which you guys are very familiar with, you need my bell peppers, ginger, red pepper, carrots, onion, garlic, and some bay leaf. Now for my meat, I'm using my crabs, some cow meat, some wele, and later on I'll add in my adrene and my salmon. Now I've blended my soup base, and I'm going to add this to my meat and cook this on low heat with my seasoning. For my seasoning, I added, no way, I'm going to list the seasoning in my description box, because I am very skeptical about what seasoning I use for my soup. People tend to complain, why are you putting Maggie in soup? Why are you this? But that is my choice, so I don't want to push that on you people, okay? Now I'm going to add in some natural spices. Hey, abenquine goes very well with natural spices. If you go on the market, just ask them the best natural spices to make soup. They're going to give you the best, okay? Now simmer this on low heat and let it cook. Now, before you add in your vegetables, just add in a little water just like this, and then you can add 4 large tomatoes. You can decide to add tin tomato paste, but no, tin tomato does not go into my soup. I like it as natural as possible. Now, add in 1 large onion, 1 large carrot. Hey, carrot in soups is actually the best. Trust me, try it. Just try it and give me a review. And then you're going to add in your red chilies. You can add in as much as possible if you want it super spicy. If you want it less spicy, you can reduce it, okay? Now, once this is boiled, you can remove all the vegetables. That's the peppers, the onion, the carrots, and the tomatoes. And then blend this. I've said this before and I just want to repeat it again. When you're making soup, try and sieve the vegetable that you've blended as much as possible, because you don't want the chaps to be left in the soup and you want your soup to be light and smooth. Now I'm sieving my vegetables into my soup with a little water, and this is what I have. Now you can go in and add your palm nuts extra right after this, but I prefer my tomato boiling a bit before adding my palm nuts extract. Now I've added my palm nuts extracts, and that is it for abenkwai. Guys, abenkwai is not hard. You see, the only hard thing about abenkwai is the process. The process is a little bit tiring. If you are using the inkulenu, when you just mix the inkulenu that you've bought with a little water, it goes straight into this instead of the palm nuts extract, okay? Now, you can't make palm nut soup without prekese, my darlings. No, you can't. I'm so sorry. So you go in and add some Adan or prekese, and once this is cooked halfway, add in your adjune, add in your salmon or any fish of your choice. People even add in Kobe's and a whole lot of fishes. Now, let it cook for about 30 to 45 minutes. And your palm nut soup is ready, guys. You just look at this. I won't even talk too much. Just observe. Observe the goodness, okay? Now, if you go through this process step by step, taking your time to cook it, your palm nuts will come out very nice like this. Now, my palm nuts is ready, and hey, do you prefer eating palm nut soup with fufu or omutio? You know, palm nut soup is really well eaten with fufu on the first day you make it, and then the next day with omutio, the next day with rice, the next day with yam. Palm nut has been arranged purposely for this, okay? So first day goes very well with fufu, so I served my palm nut soup with my fufu, and guys, I enjoyed myself to the fullest, okay? I enjoyed myself. Now, if you like this video, don't forget to press the like button, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye.